Have you ever had a day that didn't just end, but followed you home? You lie in bed, your body is tired, but your mind is still stuck on one moment, one mistake, one comment, one feeling you can't shake. Here's the uncomfortable truth. A bad day doesn't stay bad because of what happened. It stays bad because of how your brain locks onto it. And once you understand that, you can reset your brain faster than you think. Here's the psychology behind how to reset your brain after a bad day. Your brain treats emotional pain like unfinished business. When something emotionally negative happens, your brain doesn't see it as over. Psychology calls this the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished emotional events stay active in your mind longer than completed ones. That's why your brain replays conversations, why it rechecks mistakes, why it keeps asking, what if I said something else? Your brain isn't trying to torture you, it's trying to resolve the emotion. The reset doesn't start by distracting yourself. It starts by mentally closing the loop. Label what happened, not dramatically, just clearly. This was a frustrating meeting. This made me feel rejected. This wasn't under my control. The moment you name it, your brain stops searching for meaning in the dark. You're emotionally exhausted, not mentally weak. After a bad day, people often say, "Why am I like this?" Psychology has a better explanation. Emotional regulation uses glucose. Yes, actual mental energy. When you've spent the day suppressing reactions, being polite, holding back frustration, or staying professional, your emotional control system is depleted. This is called ego depletion. And it explains why small things feel overwhelming at night. You don't need motivation, you need emotional refueling. That means simple, low-effort actions that signal safety to the nervous system. Warm showers, slow movement, quiet environments. Not productivity, not self-improvement, safety. Your brain confuses reflection with rumination. Reflection helps you grow. Rumination keeps you stuck. The difference is subtle, but powerful. Reflection asks, what can I learn? Rumination asks, what's wrong with me? After a bad day, your brain defaults to rumination because negativity bias makes negative events feel more important than positive ones. To reset, interrupt the loop with structure. Give your brain one specific question. What part of this was actually in my control? Answer it once, then stop. When your brain has a boundary, it relaxes. When it doesn't, it spirals. Your nervous system doesn't know the day is over. Here's something most people don't realize. Your brain doesn't reset at midnight. It resets when your body feels safe. If you go from stress straight to scrolling, your nervous system stays alert. Cortisol stays elevated. Your brain stays reactive. That's why bad days bleed into the next morning. The psychological reset happens when you create a transition ritual. Something that tells your brain, we're done. Changing clothes slowly, washing your face deliberately, taking a short walk without your phone. It's not about the activity, it's about the signal. You internalize more than you realize. After a bad day, the brain often commits a fundamental attribution error. It assumes events say something about you, not the situation. A bad interaction becomes, I'm awkward. A mistake becomes, I'm incompetent. This is where emotional intelligence matters. Instead of asking, why did I mess up? Ask, what pressure was I under? Context reduces self-blame, and self-blame is one of the biggest barriers to emotional recovery. Your brain needs closure, not reassurance. Most people try to reset their brain by telling themselves, it's fine. Psychology says that doesn't work. The brain doesn't calm down from reassurance. It calms down from resolution. That means deciding what this day means and what it doesn't. This day does not define me. This moment does not predict my future. Say it once, mean it. Your brain needs certainty more than positivity. Small physical actions reset mental states. Your mind and body are not separate systems. They're one loop. Research in embodied cognition shows that posture,
movement, and breathing directly affect emotional processing. That's why lying still while overthinking makes things worse, and gentle movement makes things clearer. Stand up, stretch, change rooms. You're not avoiding the emotion, you're giving your brain a new state to work from. Sleep doesn't fix emotions. Pre-sleep clarity does. People assume sleep resets the brain automatically. It doesn't. If you go to sleep emotionally activated, your brain rehearses that emotion during REM sleep. That's why unresolved days feel heavier the next morning. The psychological reset is simple. Before sleep, write or think one sentence. Today was hard because. That's it. No analysis, no solutions. Clarity reduces emotional load during sleep. Letting go is a skill, not a personality trait. Some people seem better at moving on. It's not because they care less, it's because they don't fuse their identity with their emotions. They experience feelings without becoming them. You can train this by changing one word. Instead of "I am stressed," say "I'm experiencing stress." That tiny shift creates psychological distance, and distance creates relief. Here's the real takeaway. A bad day doesn't ruin your mood. Unprocessed emotion does. When you give your brain clarity, closure, and safety, it resets naturally. No force, no motivation, no pretending everything's okay. If this felt uncomfortably accurate, that's not a coincidence. It's psychology. And if you want more breakdowns that explain your mind better than most people ever could, subscribe. Your brain will thank you later.